sun, they're not the same size. Oh, please not go there.
If you look up in the sky, they are the same size.
That does.
Just basic logic.
Do you understand how distance works? How the size it changes? You know.
Yeah. Well, until I have a rocket and I can go there myself, I don't really believe what is said.
That's not going to happen. I wonder how they measure it. How do scientists measure?
Do you know on certain nights you can see certain planets? If you have a telescope, I mean, you ever see at night, you see these little tiny lights that just don't move. They're actual planets. They're so far away. It's just like you see the reflection of the moon at night. They're not stars. They are actual planets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy. He's on TikTok. He actually has a very powerful telescope, and he could see Saturn. He zooms in right into Saturn. You can see the rings. I mean, he's got a telescope, a good one. You can see all this stuff. You can see. You don't have to basically believe me. You can see it yourself. Get a telescope.
Shoot me an invite if you see him live. I think I might be following the same guy.
Like he would like. I think he's like zooms in right on the surface of the moon. I mean, his telescope is pretty strong. You can see the surface.
Yeah, and it's funny that every single crater is round.
Yeah, because everything.
No asteroids slid or kind of just slid in, and all of them just went.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question.
Poop.
And
there should be major skid marks. There should be major chunks of asteroids still stuck in the moon.
So that's a very good question. And if you follow Neil deGrasse Tyson, he has a podcast called Star Talk. He explains why it basically doesn't do like you're saying, like you don't see skid marks.
Yeah, everything in space is round because it's frictionless. So the reason why
it doesn't matter if you have an asteroid that skids across the moon and then it should get stuck.
Well, let's see what
if you have asteroids hitting that fucking thing all the time, there should be stuck in there, some sideways, all kinds of different. I mean, just logic.
She said sideways and all kind of different shit.
No, she asked a valid question. No, but he does explain it. If you could look it up, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he talks
if it's
about
getting nailed,
it. Why
gets nailed? How? What? Like 5 times a day?
No, but he explains why it doesn't show like you're saying, like a sideways, or if it's all perfect circle. He explains that. If you look for it, you'll find it. He explains that pretty well. What I like about him, what I like about him is that.
I think people created the sun and the moon.
Kind of weird. I think that might be it. But yeah, I like about him is that he's from New York, and he basically makes things very simple to understand.
Oh, yeah.
He's not like other.
Well, you have to share a live or share something with me if you could remember. If you can remember, I won't remember. I'll forget.
Chuck. Good to see you.
Oh, okay.
Good to see you always.
Thanks for showing up for these explainer videos.
Well, thanks
Tyson,
for doing them.
Huh?
You know how I come up with them? They're a mystery. All right. So your first thought is, well, the moon doesn't have an atmosphere. Maybe it's getting slammed by meteors.
Right.
Okay. But is every meteor coming straight down at a 90-degree angle so that when it hits, it makes a surely some of them are at an angle. Right. You'd expect some craters to be elongated.
Right.
And you'd have all sort of shapes from circle to very flattened circles. You'd expect that.
Some of them would be divots. When you swing a golf, it'd just be like a.
Oh, okay. I mean,
where it came in on the angle.
On the angle with the because you'd have the slope would be different on one side than the other.
Than on the other.
Because it slid in.
It slid in.
So you'd expect that, and it is nowhere to be found on the moon. So this energized the geologists because we know that the dark areas of the moon is where lava has once flowed. Okay?
Oh, cool.
I think they call it basalt. It's dark and it's
lava once flowed, huh?
Right? And by the way, the Apollo astronauts aimed for those places because they're flat. If you're going to go 250,000 miles and land sideways and fall over, that's it. All right. So they found the flattest areas, and those are called seas. These are before people knew that the moon didn't have weather like we have or oceans. These large flat areas were called seas, the Sea of Tranquility. Okay, that's where it gets its name.
Nice.
And all the seas were named after psychological states or physiological states. So there's a Sea of Fecundity. There's a sea.
Oh, all right.
Right? Yeah, right. So there's a